Good morning. It is another glorious Saturday morning and we have come to Brixworth Country Park Parkrun in Northamptonshire for their 161st parkrun. This was established November 2019, but this is our first time here and the first impressions are I'm very glad we came. It's beautiful. So yeah, let's get into it. So first impressions here is that it's quite similar in nature to Rutland Water, which was one of the first parkrun videos we ever did. The facilities here are really good. There's car parking, there are toilets. The car park is really close to the start of the parkrun, which is ideal. It looks like there are facilities such as cafes and things which aren't available yet, so if you are a parkrun tourist, I think this is a kind of good place to come for the facilities here. It's a relatively quiet parkrun. They average about 122 runners here every week, which will be a nice change from Colic, as I am now told we pronounced it Colwick where we were last week. So Colic Parkrun, where there was about over 500 runners last week. So this will be a little bit of a quieter parkrun, which I'm looking forward to. The average finish time here is 31 minutes and 20 seconds, which actually is probably one of the slower average finish times of all the parkruns we've been to, making it 2 minutes slower than the average finish time across all UK parkruns. It is ranked 446th out of 760 UK parkruns in terms of the standard scratch score for the course, which is 2.6. That is similar to both Melton Mowbray and Sherwood Pines, which we have also run, so you can see those videos on the channel. I'm not anticipating personal best kind of times today, with that in mind, being in the kind of second half of parkrun courses in the UK for how challenging it is. The male record here is 16 minutes and 5 seconds. That was set in July 2023. And the female record here is 19 minutes and 8 seconds. That was set in November 2022. This is my first time here, so I don't have a previous time. So today, as with many of my parkrun videos, will be my personal best time here. And a little bit about the course here at Brixworth Country Park. So the course here is an out and back along the shore of the Pitsford Reservoir, similar in nature, as I said earlier, to Rutland Water Parkrun. You run along the shore path until you reach the turning point, and on the way back you take a slightly different path as you go into the country park away from the shore, returning to where you started for the finish. As I like to do, give you a little bit of my thoughts for my plan for today. I'm hoping today that I'm going to run quite hard. I'm not trying to kind of set any personal best times or anything like that. In my running maintenance plan at the moment, it has me down just for a gentle run today, but I'm going to push the pace a little bit and just see what the legs feel like doing today. The slight challenge of coming to these parkruns that I haven't been to before is that I've got no kind of gauge for what is quick and what isn't. So as I say, the standard scratch scores and things give me a rough idea of where I would like to be today, so we'll see where we end up, but hopefully somewhere kind of maybe around 23 minutes, but we'll see when we get to the end. So I guess all that's left to do is get on with the parkrun. And we are off. A quick 3, 2, 1 go caught me and my watch a bit off guard this morning, but a nice wide start here at Brixworth on the grass, but it quickly funnels into a narrow path, so I would recommend using the first 50 metres to try and get the best position so you don't get caught up in traffic. I got a bit of traffic, but not too bad, hitting the 1 km point at 4:39. In the second kilometre, I had fairly clear air to push on a bit. The gravel path sections in the woods here brought back some nice memories of Scott Orse Parkrun in Gothenburg. They frequently opened up to some stunning views across the Pitsford Water Reservoir, gaining a bit of pace in kilometre 2 with a 4:20 split. Kilometre 3 took us to the turnaround point, so lane discipline is important here. It is a keep right course, which was told in the briefing, which is always very useful to know as a first timer. I lost a touch of pace here, likely down to the 180-degree turnaround point, but still holding down a good pace with a 4:23 third kilometre. My legs were beginning to feel it a bit in the 4th kilometre as I approached the course split into the woods, but I was still feeling good and I was really enjoying the scenery here at Brixworth. It's always nice running these water-lined parkrun routes, and my 4th kilometre was slightly slower at 4 minutes 27. Into the final kilometre, and you are greeted with a bit of a hill for about 200 metres, which saw my pace drop off a bit. After the hill, there is a gentle decline gradient for a few hundred metres where I was able to regain the pace that I'd lost on the hill. And with 200 metres to go, I tried to push the pace to the finish and was met with another slight uphill to the finish line. Pushing the pace right to the end, I was caught by fellow Leicester local Andy Fletcher, who'd also made the trip to Brixworth, but it was nice to finish just a second or so apart. I'll get you next time, Andy.
Cheers, pal. Thanks so much.
And we are done in 22 minutes 10-ish. The start caught everyone off guard a little bit, so it was good. I love this parkrun, possibly one of my favourites that I've ever been to. The course is great. It's kind of compact gravel the whole way round, so when it's a day like it is today, it's absolutely fine. I'm not sure what it would be like in kind of rainy, wet conditions, but today it was beautiful. Running along the reservoir pretty much for the whole way. It's not a flat course. There are a couple of periods as you enter the final kilometre. There is quite a big hill for maybe 100 to 200 metres that kind of takes out of your legs at the end. There's a few other kind of little undulating bits, but that's the main bit that kind of catches you out. But yeah, it's a great course, really enjoyed it. A nice number of runners. Don't know how many there were today, possibly around kind of 150-ish, something like that. So got a little bit caught up at the start, but that is kind of getting normal at parkrun now as they're getting busier and busier and they're on these narrow paths. But really pleased with the time today. As I said, I was maybe aiming for around kind of 23 minutes. So getting in the early 22s is brilliant. Really happy with that. So yeah, I would come and give this one a go while it's still as quiet as it is, because I think this one will get more and more popular. We're off to hopefully grab a coffee now, enjoy the rest of this beautiful Saturday. So if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. See ya.